Bob, a couple of years ago, we were down in Camp Pendleton.
Yep.
And you told me that that you guys, General Motors, had spent about $3 billion in advertising, and you would never get the kudos from that advertising that Toyota got for bringing out the Prius.
Right.
This year, you've been nominated for the Green Car Award.
3 different GM vehicles that are in the running for that prize, and whether we win or not, I don't know, but I certainly hope we do. And that'd be a big milestone for General Motors. Now, whether the winning of that award will significantly change public perceptions overnight, I don't think so. I think it always takes the public a while to come to grips with a new reality. But it's one very, very, if we win, even being nominated, we're delighted. But should we win, we would consider that as a significant milestone on the path to what we want to be seen as, which is the absolute undisputed leader in advanced environmental and fuel-saving technology.
Do you see a change in customers' perceptions of General Motors yet, or do you think there's still a long ways to go?
I think there's a long way to go. I'd say on a 10-point scale compared to where we were 2 years ago, we were at a 0. I think we're now at a 3, heading for a 4, but the progress is very quick.
What do you think the one thing is that you could do that's going to make that jump up to a 6 or a 7?
If we could put the Volt into production tomorrow and start selling 60 to 70,000 a year, that would definitely do it.
You're right.
But we're going to have to wait till the end. And I think, the big sport utility 2-mode hybrids, where we can honestly claim they get better city fuel economy than a Toyota Camry 4-cylinder, which is kind of an iconic mid-sized car that everybody says, well, nobody has a 4-cylinder car of that size. Actually, the new Chevy Malibu has the same mileage, but Toyota, a 4-cylinder Camry, has justifiably has a reputation for excellent mileage. And to be able to say that a great big 8-passenger, 325 horsepower Tahoe has the same fuel economy as a Camry 4-cylinder is a pretty powerful statement. And of course, the Tahoe is a size of vehicle that many American families like, because it's large, it's safe, it's got room for all the kids, soccer moms can use it, you can tow the horse trailer or the boat trailer on weekends. So with the American lifestyle, it's a very legitimate vehicle, but with the hybrid and with that greatly improved fuel economy, we're now sort of taking the guilt out of owning one.
So basically what you're doing is doing what you've said all along, is that you want it to give the functionality, yes, and still the miles per gallon.
Yeah, and that's really it. You're not serving anything if you're creating extreme high mileage vehicles where you advertise a big number, but then when the public goes to look at it, they don't like the vehicle.
Or can't fit their family in it.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Like the Honda Insight was a technologically very, very interesting hybrid. And if I were single and not working for General Motors, I would have enjoyed owning one, just because it is technologically and aesthetically so different from anything else on the market. But the point, it was a 2-seater, and it just wasn't a very practical vehicle. Consequently, they were hard to sell.
I was talking to Dr. Weiler from Audi AG, and he said the reality is that most people want a high horsepower or big vehicle, but they want to buy it from a manufacturer that is concerned about the environment.
Right. That is true. That is true. And that certainly explains the sudden upsurge in Toyota sales over about the last 4 years since the Prius came out. Because people suddenly felt good about Toyota and associating with Toyota, as if that sort of green from the Prius rubbed off on the whole rest of the product line. So I always say, in the public's mind, which always categorizes things very simply, the Toyota image was exemplified by the Prius. the General Motors image was exemplified by the Hummer H2. So there you had the environmental knight in shining armor was Toyota, and we were the bad guys, sort of basically polluters of the planet with our H2. Unfair characterization, but that's the way that the human mind tends to organize data into black and white and good and bad. So we learned from that.